Welcome back to Market Pros. So, the market is going sideways. Obviously, we are in a range within the range. Basically, we have, let's see here. Let's draw our range trend line. So, from about 19,000 to 19,1, 19,2. All right, so that's our range within the range. Let's go ahead and move this down. So yeah, I mean, basically 18,950 to 19,2. All right, so obviously we are testing the bottom of it right now. All right, so the only reason I'm making an update because I want to get you ready for the move because the move is coming, a big move. First of all, a short-term move and a medium-term move, and then the long-term move. I mean, we got volatility very low on most of the time frames right now. So now on your 1 hour, we're going to be concentrating a lot on the BBWP today. Very short update, shouldn't be too long. So yeah, this is it. BBWP on the 1 hour was very low, crossed its moving average. Both your BBWP line and your moving average line both have positive slopes. As your MACD just crossed the signal line and the zero line at the same time, negative momentum is increasing on the histogram right there. RSI deep in the bearish control zone. Oh, we're dumping right now. Yep. Broke that range. Next stop is 18.7, then 18.5. Okay. Unless we pop back up in this range, get another little fake out like we did down here. Okay, so we'll find out. All right, so like I said, your MACD, which is a momentum oscillator, judges bullish and bearish momentum, has crossed to the downside. RSI also crossed its signal line and jackhammered down into the bearish control zone, and now we're even into the oversold region. Could go a lot lower to the extremes, or stay in here for a while. All right, so if we can get back above the signal line, which is at 18,966, which if you look at that, basically we would, if we could get above that signal line, we would probably break the top of the range, but it's going to have major resistance because you also have this 100 here. Okay, so the 100 comes in right at the top of the range. That's going to be major resistance, major resistance. Okay, so we'll talk about the range break here in a second and see what happens, and just follow it for the next 38 minutes. So I want to go to the 2 hour. 2 hour just crossed its moving average of the BBWP. So it looks like the shorter term time frames are starting to pick up, which is going to roll over into the medium term, roll over into the long term. That's what I'm saying. The move is here. Okay, the move is here. Whether we get a bounce, we get a dump to the downside and then a bounce, or a reversal, the volatility is here. All right, so your MACD, fresh cross to the downside of the signal line. RSI deep in the bearish control zone, below its signal line. Signal line has a strong downside curvature. Let's see here. We do have bullish divergence. If this is a confirmed low, we will have bullish divergence on the RSI, which is also a momentum oscillator, judges bullish and bearish momentum. Okay, so let's go to the 4 hour. Check this out. BBWP is just now crossing its moving average. This is what I'm saying when the shorter term is rolling into the more medium term time frames. Okay, so as soon as it crosses that moving average, that's when I expect this move to pick up. All right, so let's see here. You'd also have bullish divergence on the 4 hour if this is a confirmed low and this RSI doesn't get below this point, which it very well could. Very well could, and then invalidate that bearish or bullish divergence. So below the signal line, we need to get back above 18,900 in order to get back above that signal line. Let's go to the 8 hour. This is what very low BBWP. Hasn't crossed its moving average yet, but when that 4 hour crosses its moving average, that's going to roll over into the 8 hour. We're deep in the bearish control zone right now. Not looking good there. MACD, fresh cross to the zero line. Negative momentum's pretty stable right now on the histogram. So we'll find out which way we really break up or break down. I want to go to the daily. Look at this. We have crossed our moving average. Moving average has a positive slope. This is the move. The range is over. Okay? We just entered the bearish control zone though and had a retest of the top. Going to be major resistance because our signal line comes in right at the top of the bearish control zone. Even if we try to come back up, it's going to be major resistance. Now, look where this is. 19,150. Does that sound familiar? 19,150 is the top of our range that we're in right now. All right. So, like I said, your MACD trying to get that fresh cross to the downside. We are on the current tick right now, though. So we'll find out today whether it crosses to the downside or is just a retest and resumption. So let's go. All right. Like I said, the big move is coming. The range is over. Okay. So definitely stay nimble right now. All right. As you see, you are getting dumped down. Like I said, 19,700 is the level I'm watching. 19,700. Then 19,600. Yeah, 19,600 would be the level I'd be watching. Even 18,400. All right, so let's redo that. Let's find out where the next level, big level is. I'd say 19,550 is what I'm looking at. 19,550 is going to be a major level of support. Also the top of this purple box. Okay, so I would expect some sort of like wick action here. We still got 34 minutes to go. So we'll find out what happens next. Like I said, here's the move. All right, let's move on to Ethereum real quick. After stochastic, strong downside curvature in the oversold region, I think we do have 1, 2, 3 drives of bullish divergence right now. If this is a confirmed low on the daily. Okay, right here. Let's see here. Nope. Might have it here. Let's check this out. Yes, we do. If this is a confirmed low, we'll also have bullish divergence on the 4-hour for the stochastic. We got rejected right at the bullish control zone for the Stokes. Got rejected hard too. Right now, we have dropped below that double demand order block. All right, so we're going to find out whether we come down here, said somewhere around 18,550, come back up for a retest of 18,800. That would make sense to me. All right, so let's move on to Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking this video, like and subscribe to the motherfucking channel. Check out the links in the description below. One being the Discord. A lot of good conversation about trading, crypto, investing, all markets as a whole. We stay ahead of the curve collectively. We figure out these markets day by day. All right, so definitely join the Discord. The other links are just exchange links. You know what I mean? You get free crypto, I get free crypto. Whatever. You don't even have to use my link. I use those exchanges, and I also use FTX Prime XBT. I just have multiple accounts, different exchanges, you know what I mean? And then I use crypto.com for accumulation, even though it has a wide spread. So, on Ethereum, 1 hour, deep in the oversold. The last time we did this was right here. Look at that bounce. Look at that bounce. Okay, so we could have a bounce maybe up to the 100 and 1300. Remember that level from previous videos? We've talked about that level for a long time. All right, so we're going to go ahead and clean this up. If we break out of the red zone, we'll come back to it. Yeah, right now your MACD, strong downside curvature. Man, that negative momentum is increasing. Fresh cross to the signal line, pretty fresh cross. I mean, we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 11, 12 hours ago, we crossed that signal line to the downside. Now we are way below the zero line. We will have bullish divergence, though, on the MACD if this is a confirmed low. ETH's dumping pretty hard right now. I mean, we're down like 4% already. Okay, so let's move on to the 4 hour. Let's check your BBWP. All right, so look at that volatility. That volatility is very high on ETH. ETH's been popping off. You've had a lot of volatility in ETH. Haven't really went sideways too much. You did have a higher high and higher low here. Faked your ass out real quick and got rejected from the 100. As soon as you crack down below your 21 and your 50, that's when it really came down. And now we got a nice 1275. 1240, so about a $35 candle. All right, MACD, we already went over that. Let's move to the 4 hour. 4 hour. Come on, baby. Crossed below your signal line a couple hours ago. Now you're falling into the oversold region. MACD, trying to get that fresh cross to the downside, trying to print that dark red bar, that first dark red bar in the histogram. BBWP just crossed its moving average. That's what I'm saying. The volatility has begun. Bitcoin will carry the rest of this market either down or up. I mean, wait till we get to Solana. Solana's down 8% right now. All right, so let's move on. Let's check the 8 hour real quick. 8 hours still in the bearish control zone. MACD, pretty fresh cross to the zero line in the downside. Look at your BBWP. Crossed its moving average. Moving average has a positive slope. Here we go. It's happening right now. It's happening. I mean, as we're live, it's happening. Let's go to the daily real quick. Yeah, once again, BBWP crossed its moving average and we're in the bearish control zone on the RSI in all time frames. But we do have bullish divergence if this is a confirmed low. Okay, so we'll have it from this point to this point, which could pop us up. I mean, let's go down the lower term time frame, see where we can pop up at. What I want to do is put a fib on. So if this is a confirmed low, which it might not be, 272 lands us right at the 200 in the bottom of this red zone. So we'll find, if this low stays the same, that's where I would guess it would go, is the 200 and the bottom of this red zone. Maybe get rejected though from the 100 somewhere in these moving averages right now, because the true trend just turned down. You got your 21 and your 50 curling right over. Once these curl over and start to fan out again, your true trend is going to be strong. Okay, so definitely pay attention. Excuse me. Definitely pay attention right now. Let's move on to stochastic. Strong downside curvature. Oversold. Oh. Bullish divergence. That's what I'm saying. I think once this candle closes, we probably get a bounce. All right. As soon as we broke below these order blocks, as soon as we got rejected from that double demand zone, we fell right through the bottom, and shit the bed. So find out what happens next. Let's move on to Solana. Solana is getting beat down today. Solana is down 8.5%. Notice, as soon as we fell below our purple zone, we went straight down to our purple zone immediately. If you've been watching these videos, you knew that we were going to 28.50. You knew it. If you've been watching these videos for a while, because we've stayed on the pulse of Solana like bad. I mean, we have really stayed on the pulse of Solana for probably 6 months. We've stayed on the pulse of Solana. I mean, we've made a lot of money off Solana collectively. Yeah, I mean, all of us, especially in the Discord, definitely join the Discord. I mean, we talk about these moves before they happen. Okay, so tried to get out of the bearish control zone, got rejected from the neutral median line, cracked down below, crossed your signal line. Now you're deep, deep and oversold. Let's find out what happened last time it was this extreme. Okay, so I think it's here. Yeah. Look at that bounce. We got a nice bounce. That bounce was from a wick to wick basis about 15%. So like I said, nice bounce. We could get a very nice bounce here, possibly up to the 21 at about 30. We'll say $30 by the time it gets up there. That would be my level that I'd be looking at. MACD. Wow. Look at that. Look at that histogram. Negative momentum is increasing violently. Okay, we went up. Look at this. Remember how I was talking about these lines of resistance here? We got rejected directly from it. Okay, and then cracked down hard. All right, now no divergences there. Let's see, volatility. BBWP has expanded all the way to the top. We're printing dark red bars, which means the volatility we could probably get that corrective move, which kind of leads me back into the bounce thesis. All right, so watch the corrective bounce, and then stay nimble because this shit could crack back down quick. Let's go to the 4-hour real quick. 4-hour MACD getting rejected from the signal line. BBWP crossing its moving average back into the upper zone, flying high. RSI. Phew, deep in the oversold region, below its signal line. We got to get all the way above 90 or 29.3 in order to get back above that signal line, which, what level would that be? 29.3. So we could get up there and possibly get rejected. Maybe even cross it and then get rejected from the top of the bearish control zone. Let's find out what level this would be. I have a reverse function on my RSI. So let's go ahead and put in 45. The top of the bearish control zone, 30.8. Let's see what that level would coincide with. Look at that. Look at that. Bottom of the purple zone. 21 would get down there, but we was just talking about this. This is our level. 20 or 30.7. 30.7 is what I'd be looking at. The bottom of this purple zone and where the 21 would probably end up by the time we bounce. There's no guarantee of a bounce. So, if you fall below this purple zone on a 4-hour closure, the next stop is 2650. I think we will touch that level. Now, whether we get this bounce or not is another story, but I think we do come down to 2650. I do think that Bitcoin comes down and probably tests 18K. That's we could still get the bounce though at 18,400, but 18,400 needs to hold. 18,400 needs to hold, because once we come down here by 18K, that could get really bad. And next stop is 16. If we break 18K, I would say on a daily closure, 16K is the next stop. Okay. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below. One being the Discord. Join the damn Discord. You would not regret it. It's a good time and a lot of good information there. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.